More fallout tonight from the fraud scandal that has rocked Minnesota. Republicans on the state's Fraud Prevention and Oversight Committee say that they are frustrated after Congresswoman Ilhan Omar did not appear at a scheduled hearing they say is tied to the investigation. They are now calling on her to turn over records and communications as they continue to push for more answers. So what do we actually know and what remains unclear? NewsNation investigative reporter Rich McHugh has been digging into this story for months and has this report tonight.
Hi, Natasha. Yeah, Minnesota state lawmakers say that Representative Ilhan Omar has ghosted them. She did not show up for a scheduled hearing on Minnesota fraud. She has not yet complied to answer questions or turn over any documents that they have requested. Now, State Representative Kristin Robbins, she's the chair of the House Fraud Prevention and State Oversight Committee, says Omar refused to testify before the Fraud Prevention Committee, ducked reporter questions, and she authored the bill that made it possible for this fraud to happen in the first place.
She created the conditions that allowed all these bad actors to come in and bill for thousands of meals a day, a week. I mean, it was incomprehensible numbers. One little tiny restaurant serving 5,000 meals a day, 7 days a week.
Now, we first reported on that restaurant last November, the Safari restaurant, where Omar was a fixture and held campaign parties. The restaurant, which seats about 35, supposedly served 18,000 meals a day. Robbins is asking for Omar's communications, written and electronic, with the now convicted owners of that restaurant and with over a dozen people convicted in the Feeding Our Future scandal.
The American people and certainly the taxpayers of Minnesota deserve her to come and answer these questions. If she had nothing to do with it, if she had no ill intent, if she had no idea, she should come and defend that. The fact that she ghosted us, she would not even respond to multiple inquiries to, a state legislature where she used to serve. I think it shows disdain for Minnesota taxpayers that she's unwilling to even answer these questions.
The committee gave Omar a May 5th deadline to respond to their questions in writing, to produce documents that they were requesting in the communications. We asked Representative Omar why she didn't testify in that hearing or go to that hearing, and if she is going to comply, and she has not responded. Natasha?
Rich McHugh with that. Thank you. And for more on this tonight, we are joined live by Minnesota State Representative Kristin Robbins. She's the chair of the Minnesota House Fraud Prevention and State Oversight Committee, also a candidate for Minnesota governor. Thank you so much for being here tonight. And we hear from Congresswoman Omar, who has said this discrepancy involving the Safari restaurant was nothing more than an accounting error. She has said that this is all just a partisan stunt. What is your response to those comments?
Well, I take issue with that. This is not a partisan stunt. This is billions of Minnesota tax dollars and federal tax dollars, because it's a federal school meals program, that have been stolen. And she had a close relationship with some of the fraudsters who owned the Safari restaurant. She had her campaign events there. She appeared in a video that we played in committee where she was speaking in Somali from the restaurant, explaining how the Meals Act, her bill, is what created the opportunity for people to have much more access to these meals during COVID. So she was in on this from the beginning, and I think she should, as a public official, come and answer the questions. So she didn't show up. She didn't respond to us. She didn't respond to a reporter. So we've set a deadline for May 5th for her to respond to our questions.
What specific evidence do you have in regards to the Congresswoman's role in this alleged fraud case?
So there are a few things that are raising concerns, which is why we want to talk to her. So the first is that she authored the Meals Act, which was passed in March of 2020, and that took the guardrails off the federal school nutrition program. So all of a sudden, income requirements, the need to eat the meal on site, the fact that restaurants were now able to provide the meals, all of that happened because of her bill. So she took the guardrails off the program, and then her friends who own the restaurant and were some of the convicted fraudsters jumped right in and participated. So we need to understand that relationship. But also in the case, the court case, Feeding Our Future, which was the U.S. versus Amy Bach, Her staff is listed in many of the trial exhibits for communications between her office and the Feeding Our Future people. So I want to get those underlying exhibit documents, and so I've asked her office for them. I think it's very important that we understand what kind of communication she was having with these fraudsters. And not everyone in the documents has been charged, but many of the people have been charged and convicted, and those that aren't, still had a relationship with her office. So we're trying to just understand the truth. And I think she owes it to taxpayers in Minnesota and around the country to come in and answer these questions.
Do you have a message for the Congresswoman tonight?
My door is open. I would love to meet with you and your staff. We would love to give you a platform to testify and share your side of the story. So we do hope you will come and join us at the House Fraud Prevention Committee.
I mean, you have given the Congresswoman a May 5th deadline to produce documents to answer questions in writing. It seems that as a federal lawmaker, she doesn't seem clearly legally obligated to appear before a state committee. What happens if she misses that deadline?
I've been in touch with my colleagues at the House Oversight Committee because this was a state program where the fraud happened, but it's a federal program, the Federal School Nutrition Program, where the money comes from. So the federal government also has jurisdiction over this. So I've encouraged our colleagues on the House Oversight Committee and the Senate Judiciary Committee in Washington to also take a look at this. And obviously, they also have jurisdiction over the changes in her campaign finance report, which showed she had at one point between $6 and $30 million, and now all of a sudden she has, under $100,000, and that's wholly their jurisdiction. But I also hope they get to the bottom of that because clearly there's something very amiss there.
I recently spoke with Dr. Mehmet Oz. He recently announced a 50-state Medicaid audit looking into fraud, and he says he wants answers from governors just a week from now. Let's take a listen together.
Everything's possible. We saw a big opportunity in Los Angeles where, as I pointed out, hospice has become such a problem with just an infrastructure that's corrupted and rotten that you couldn't tell which hospices you could trust. And remember, if these people will steal your money when you're in a vulnerable situation, they will definitely steal your health and your life. So we busted into, plush neighborhoods, beautiful houses that you'd love to live in. And you can see this footage reflects some of these cases. But these individuals bought these facilities with ill-gotten gains. And so, yes, marching them out and stopping their businesses in an aggressive way, I think makes a lot of sense.
This is something you're trying to tackle in your own state in terms of fraud. What are your thoughts about Dr. Oz's plans to audit Medicaid in all 50 states?
Oh, I'm all for it. Although I hope he keeps Minnesota at the top of the list. I wrote to DHS and CMS back in July of last summer and asked them for a full audit of Minnesota's Medicaid programs because we knew it was more than our state was admitting to and that we needed federal help in getting to the bottom of it. I met with Dr. Oz when he came to Minnesota in January. He's had a fantastic team here on the ground. And so I do agree it's more than Minnesota, and I think this is going on nationwide, and I'm grateful for their leadership and for the accountability they are bringing to these programs.
Minnesota State Representative Kristin Robbins, thank you for your time.
Thank you.